Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercut!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Today I'm on the floor, so it must mean one thing and one thing only. I'm reviewing a video game. This isn't just any old video game. This is Super Mario 64 on the N64. Yes, because it's 20 years old this year. Who knew? Well, I knew, and probably everyone else knew, but it is 20 years old this year. Right, this is the actual copy of the game I bought back in the day, and I'm going to be playing it on the Nintendo 64 console I also bought back in the day. I bought it back in, November, December 1997. But it's probably December. But anyway, I bought it with my Christmas bonus out from the place I was working with at the time. So I'd seen the light basically. I saw the Mario 64 advert on TV back then. It just looked fucking miles ahead of everything else. Obviously, being 64-bit and all the rest of it. It just looks so fucking ace, the bit where Mario's swinging Bowser around with this by his tail and whatever. It just looked ace. I love Mario and all that, so I just went out and got it. This is what it is. It's a very good game. I have completed the heck out of it. I enjoyed every minute of it, pretty much. There's a few sticking points, like in any game, I guess. More some than others I get, but for this one I didn't really have much problem with it, in terms of like giving up. I didn't give up, like I say. The whole thing's a really lovely game. It's probably my favourite Mario game, for one or two reasons basically. I'm swearing, but number one is because I was going through, personally speaking, a bit of a tough time back then. End of 97 to early 98, and this game, as well as Diddy Kong Racing especially, it just helped me through a little bit with it. And it's a good game in general, and because there are arguments for, if you're doing a poll for the best Mario game, the people for the Super Mario World, the Super Mario Brothers 3. I can see that. They're all brilliant, excellent games. Don't get me wrong on this. For me, it's because of the 3D element. I mean, this, you got to understand that when this came out, there was not many 3D platformers, if ever, really, to this level. This is the one that changed the game in terms of platformers. So they transitioned from 2D to 3D. It could have gone awful. It really could have gone fucking awful. But at the end, it's excellent. You could say, obviously, 20 years since the graphics, but the graphics and sound, but they were pinnacle at the time. They were the pinnacle of what you can get on a home console. So it's not so much technical limitations, whatever that's available now. Obviously, it's also the playability, and also, but there's a few times the camera angle just kind of, it's not quite perfect. I'll go on about this during I'm playing the game. But all that aside, you got to think there's a lot of firsts in this game, and for Nintendo to hit so many things right in the very first game, for 3D, heralded the kind of introduction of the N64, what it's capable of, and so forth. It's just amazing. It really is. It was mind blowing at the time. Plus, if you were like me, excited about the N64, and you got out of the thing, and the to my recollection, it didn't show the controller on the advert. It just showed the gameplay of Mario and whatever, and a few little graphics. How do you play a game with this? Look at this. It's like when you got out of the box, I thought, what the hell's this? 3 things and buttons, and you obviously don't have your rumble pack that's been put in at some point later, but all these buttons, what the hell do you do with them all? You know, but you know, within the first few minutes, you know, you know. I mean, I can't say for anyone else. You know, he might have had a different first game for the N64, but Mario 64, for getting used to the control and everything, the world and everything, is just fucking amazing. So, without further ado, this is me playing Mario 64. Yes, it's him, Mario. And there's me, James. So he met with this hilarious thing here, and yeah, as you see, why is the control not working? It's all live, folks. What's going on? There it is. There I am. I've just been a bit. Oh. Yay! Look at that. You can do that. I don't know why. It's just it's fun nonetheless. But yeah, you can do this, and this, and this, and this. Yeah. So let's start. Anyhow, as you can see there, that's my completed game. 120 stars. Deal with. Other ones there. Can't remember why. You know, these were starred. Maybe other people, cousins or whatever, have played it. But anyway. Let's go on this one. So, like I say, when you first encounter the game, you start the game and so on, you do have a little introduction, you know, to the game world and so on, and things are being said. Yeah, a lot can go around. I spent a long time just getting used to the controls and what have you. You can do that now. There's so many moves to this. It's you know, playing it from say Mario World, which to me, I'm not saying anything bad about the game. It's a brilliant game. That game. It was just a prettier version of like a Mario 3 kind of gameplay, whatever. You know, yes, it introduced Yoshi and so many other things. And yeah, but the repertoire is so much better on this. So here I am, just being hilarious. And look, I can do stuff. Yeah, I can climb in trees and everything. There I am. So yeah, the graphics are as they are. You know, you got to think in terms of. I keep pressing the Z button, thinking the. You know, because like when you try and press Z, it centers around you. But I'm pressing the C buttons on the control. It does this, changes the angle. So I'm just getting back used to again pressing the C buttons for the thing, for the camera. Oh, where am I? Oh, power bar says that. We'll get a text message. Let's go down here. What's down here? Alright, okay. What's going on? Oh yeah. So and the gameplay basically is like you got various worlds and you have to collect on each world, each stage of the world. There's eight red coins, and you can get obviously the yellow coins and what have you. Now bear with me, it's been a while. Yeah, you can get all the coins and so on. There's 8 coins. There's 6 stars you can get for each level. I'll say the 121. Oh, and there's lots of that as well. You know, there's lots of floating. There you go. And the whole swimming mechanic is there and present, so you get used to that before you can enter the game. You can see what's happening there. You know, you stay in the water, your life bar goes. And there's quite a lot of strategy in some of the games, because some of the levels should say some levels are underwater and so on. Let's get out of here now. There we go. Right, so let's see. It's been a long time since I played this, to be honest, but it's just I can't do this channel without talking about Mario 64. You know, which is one of my remixes of the. There's fishies, but you can't scoff them out. So, hello, cat. What are you marrying at? You playing Mario 64 as well? My knees are in. Oi! Marinette. Right, so without further ado, let's leg it up this hill and go into the castle and see what's going on. So the storyline. Ow! Ow on my leg. Ow! Let's renegotiate my sitting position. Okay. If you can't see how I'm sitting, but there we go. So as you know, I'm using the game which we've got all the stars on. So all these doors are pretty much unlocked and what have you. But each door you come into the lobby would have a number on, and that's basically saying, you know, you need X amount of stars to open this door. You know, so you go through a painting or what have you. So you see all the stars there. Deal with it. That's how clever I am. Let's go. This is the first level. And catchy music again. Talks to him. There you go. He's saying stuff. Yeah. Don't know how much this goes for now, like on auction sites or anything, you know. But basically, if you've got any love for video games, you need to have this game. You need to play this game. You know, it's great. It's really good. So this was the first level you normally go to. There's a red start. And he's trying to get me. But because I'm so clever, he's going to blow up. And there we go. So, bear with me, I have to get used to the camera angles again. See what I mean about the camera angle now and again doing that. But, you know, you've got to give them credit, Nintendo. This is the first game that really did something of this level. And that's why it's such a great game. Even at the time, you know, you were aware of the things glitching here and there. You know, it's aged pretty well, I think. You know, obviously there's going to be lots of technological advances, but it's... what are you doing? He's got me, but stop panicking, because I've still got some energy left. So here I am, legging it on the first level. I'll go through here now. Go through here. Turn around, and you basically climb up this mountain and so forth. So this is the flavour of the game. There's like some more levels are like floating islands, and you fall down like I did before from that bonus level place I found outside the castle. You fall into infinity, which is kind of, which at the time I thought was a bit kind of scary, a bit weird, like, you know. But I suppose, you know, you got a lot of platform games and so on, like Sonic, for example. You'd fall off, you'd hit a spike, and you'd fall off the bottom of the screen. And you think, well, okay, and this actually shows you falling instead of just off the screen. It actually follows you, which is kind of weird, but you know, it's one of those things that you come to be accustomed to. So as you can see, I'm just being hilarious and running around, not really trying as such. You know, I got an to prove. I've got all the stars and coins and everything. Did. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. It really is. It's been a long time to watch this thing, but I'm climbing up. See, he's actually legging it. If I press A, he'll slide back down. I spent about a minute trying to do that, so, like going up the things, the hill. So I'm gonna carry on. Smash. That's what I'm talking about. Set him off, because that's how clever I am. Now, which way am I supposed to go here? I don't know. I'm supposed to like, edge my way up to here. So for any of you people, like anyone out there who haven't played this game, I'm not going to go to the later levels to ruin it for you, you know. Much like with film reviews, I don't like... oh well, bugger it. Here's me attempting to go up this hill again. What's this? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is, obviously. That's just been... There we go, near the end now, near the top. I can't remember the objective of what I'm supposed to be doing, but here you go. Anyway, hit top of the hill. This guy here, I'm supposed to beat him up, I think. Right, here we go. He's a big bob on, so deal with it. Lord of all matters and the blah 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 blah. Okay, you've eluded my guards, but you'll never escape my grasp. You'll never take away my power. So you can read all that. challenging me. You put yourself a battle. Go pick me up from the back and hurl me to this whale. So I think you cannot. Okay. So here he is. I can't remember how you do this. So just. What am I doing? He's got me. Oh, we'll see about that. This means war. It's fighting talk. So all dramatic music and whatever, and there's a lot of catchy music in this game, as you'd expect from a Mario game. You know, it's so. Right, I don't know. How do you grab on him now? I'm just jumping. He's got me again. Bloody hell! Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. I can do that. Okay. Right, I'm getting used to it now. Oh, you'll have to talk to him again. Right, okay, we'll see what happens. Yeah, come over here, you interfering git. Right, there we go. Let's have another go. I don't want to punch him, I want to grab hold of him. How do you do it? I can't remember. I can't remember how you do it. It's not like a Tekken where you can press this one. Oh, there we go. Did stuff. There we go, look at that. Leathering him. Right, there we go. Bit heavy this guy. Have that. Ah. Alright, how many times have we got to do this? I remember the Sonic games. Alright, he's not doing that, so. Right, okay, well, I'm pretty sure it was the rules. Just make his mind up, see? And obviously with the D-pad, with the analog controller, so it's the running around in a circle that I saw on the advert when with fighting Bowser, which just bothered me. You know, this bit here, just doing that simple thing like that, it's just amazing that when you first, it's hard to. What do I do? I thought you throw it out of the ring then. I don't know. It's, like I say, it's been a while. You know, because obviously this is the first thing you need to do, and all the. I'm gonna throw you over here then. There you go. How about that you get? Go on, you gonna say something? Yeah. Thinks he's so tough, doesn't he? Yeah, so obviously bosses like this, so early on, they get you used to like running around a circle like this, which would have been technically impossible to do on a Super Nintendo and what have you. Now what are we doing? What's going on? What are you doing? Right, come on. Let's show him how to throw things like that. Right, I've won now. Right, is he just? Well, right, here we go. Right, he's just gonna throw me here. Right, I don't. Right, okay. There we go. How many times do I throw him? I can't remember. I did have a help manual back in the day about it. Oh, there you go. Yes, leathered him. Yeah, got me a star. And because I'm so clever and already got the star, it's blacked out, but yeah, so there you have it. That's Mario 64 on the N64. Very important game for me, very lovely game. I'm sure anyone into retro games on the N64, Nintendo, all the rest of it, you know, I appreciate how good this game is. I just wanted to show you a few things, and you know, I had a lovely time playing with the game back originally and just now. This game also was very important in the evolution of platformers. You don't see much of them nowadays, the platformers. I don't know where they've gone to. Anyhow, but yeah, this was there's 3D platformers. You know, from this game there were so many coming out for the PlayStation and obviously the 64, and on and on and on. For me, probably because of the importance of what it did for Nintendo and what it did for Mario and what it did for everything else. Like I said previously, it's the first game to do this and this and this. You know, I feel it's probably the pinnacle of the N64 platformers. That's not to say there weren't good ones, you know, or excellent ones. There were, but for me, this is the best one. Yeah, you can argue against Banjo-Kazooie and other ones. They're great games. Don't get me wrong. I will probably do a video on Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64 and just Rare in general on the N64 and just Rare in general because they're a great company. You look at any computer and console throughout their lifetime. You get not so much. I don't know much about the current stuff. I guess it still applies to that. But what I'm saying is that this is like one of the launch games for the N64, and as the lifespan of the 64 came out, you got more technically better games and so on. But for me, this is probably the best of the N64. I mean, you could argue obviously Ocarina of Time. You could argue Banjo-Kazooie in terms of platformers and whatever. There are some great games on the N64. If you've not got one, please go out and get one. If you like video games and stuff, forget all the kind of like the 90s graphics and what have you. Obviously time has obviously made it possible for technological advances in all that stuff. What I'm saying is, for pure gameplay aspects of everything for the 64, yeah, Mario 64 is one of the important games you need to play. It heralded because it was one of the first main really 3D platform that really said, yes, it is possible now to do a world in 3D, obviously at this quality and so on, So you had a lot of games, a lot of anthropomorphic animals. Obviously, you did on the Super Nintendo Mega Drive, don't get me wrong, but those 2D. But what the PlayStation and obviously the N64 ushered in the 3D games of the anthropomorphical. I'm just making up words, variations of words that do exist. I don't know, but basically like talking animals and so on. It's obviously this case of like an Italian plumber. But what I'm saying is it heralded in this era, and people saw fit to say, yeah, look at Mario 64. Let's make a game like that because it's so successful and so good and so on. So we did herald it. It's very important for all that. You don't see much of the platformer nowadays in mainstream. I'll say the gaming landscape has changed loads over 20 years ago when this came out. Get the game, watch the game, play the game. It's lovely. Okay, so them's my opinions. What's yours and yours and yours and yours? Let me know down below. Not talking about a rude bit. I'm talking about the comment section. So like, subscribe, comment, all that, and tell your friends and everything. And in the words of the new Cyrus, send the word.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.